So what's up everyone, my name is Wong, and today we are going to be looking at tube lights, specifically the Weeylite K21. In the last few years, there was a huge surge of these RGB tube lights, and there are a lot of them, like a lot. Tube lights are great for many reasons. Unlike strobe lights, they are constant lights, so you can see the result instantly with your eyes and in camera. You don't have to do a lot of guess and checks with constant light. When buying this tube light, you need to look for a few things. Number 1, do you need RGB or bicolor? 2, can you use a mobile app to control it remotely? 3, is it battery power or AC adapter power? And obviously, 4, the brightness level. And number 5, all of this will affect the price point of the tube light. Speaking of price, a few years ago, these tube lights are like super expensive, and some still are. Noticeably, the ones they're used for movies or TV shows, they are like a few $100s, some of them are even in the 1,000 range. But with increasing demand and mass productions, the price point of these tube lights has gone down significantly. The lights that we're looking at today is the Weeylite K21, and it is only $70. That's really cheap. So let's see what I'm really getting for 70 bucks. Alright, so you got the standard light here. It's a little plastic. Cool. And there's nothing else in here. So this is the light. It comes with a USB-C cable. Great. And also a little instruction manual guide kind of thing, I'm guessing. Yep, the manual. And as always, we don't really read the manual, so whatever. So I have done some homework before I got this light. So let's talk about what this has. For this light, it has a color temperature of 2800 to 8500 Kelvin. It has a full 360-degree RGB color. It goes from 0 to 100% dimmable brightness with 29 lighting mode. They also claimed that they have a RA score of at least 95 and a TLCI score at least 97, meaning it is pretty accurate at mimicking natural light and its color. It has a built-in rechargeable battery, so meaning I can go cordless for approximately 60 minutes at 100% power. 2 magnets on the back on each side, so you can stick it on any metal surfaces. It has a OLED display, it is mobile app compatible, and weighs only about 270 grams. And it is about 1 foot long. It has quarter 20 mount on each side. When I was looking at this light on their website or on Amazon, I only see it being attached on one side, so I wasn't sure if there were both sides that has that mount. But now I have it in my hand, bam, there is indeed one on each side. So meaning I can attach one end to a stand, to a light stand or tripod, and attach more of them together into a chain. Alright, pros and cons. Let's talk about the things that I like about this tube light. Number 1, it's cheap. $70 is a very affordable price for this tube light. Number 2, soft light. The light is soft. I don't really need to use a lot of diffusion with this light. I don't need to use any equipment to add diffusion to this light or any like holders or any things on it. As you can see, it's not really casting a lot of shadow on my face. So it can also be super bright too. Number 3, the weight. This tube light is super lightweight, so it is very easy for me to just throw in my backpack or just put in my suitcase. I can walk around with it all day, no problem. Number 4, and I think that this is my favorite feature of this tube light, which is the magnetic back right here on each side, which allows me to just go anywhere and just stick it to any metal surfaces. Number 5, battery power. This thing has an internal battery, so meaning you're not stuck to a wall. And you can also charge this while using it. You can even charge them using a power bank. All you have to do is plug in a USB-C and just plug it in and you're ready to go. Number 6, the flexibility of using mobile app and physical buttons. Able to control the tube lights remotely is great, but sometimes it's just easier to make adjustments on the light itself, especially if you have someone else to hold the light for you and you can just tell them, say, hey John, change the setting on the light, so you can focus on just shooting. This is pretty cool. I can just use an app, on, off, and I can change all of them, like different colors, And lastly, number 7, the OLED display. It's clear, I can adjust my setting in the dark without using a flashlight, really easy to read. Okay, now let's talk about a few things that I don't like. This is not something I really don't like, it's just that the size of this is very similar to those handheld LED lights, so it doesn't really stand out to me. Again, this is more of a personal preference of how you want to light your subject or your environment, so it's not really a bad thing. It's just that not as versatile for someone who, like me, already has one of those handheld LED lights. So maybe someday if they make a bigger tube light, then I might find that more unique. For now, it's great. I love it. It's just that it's about not as big as other lights. Another thing is that this tube light doesn't come with a carrying case, but most lights at this price point don't as well, so I'm not surprised. However, I don't mind throwing a few more dollars just so that they can give me a carrying case with this. Room for improvement. There are at least two things that they can do to make this light perfect for me. Number one, waterproof. So far, I have only seen one light on Amazon that is waterproof at this price point. So this is not a common feature. However, it is definitely nice to have. I would love to put a bunch of these lights into the pool and do some underwater shoots. Number two, fast charging. It takes 3 hours to fully charge this bad boy. I want to see them shorten that time, or at least able to let people to do quick charge like the Apple AirPods, where you can just charge it for like 15 minutes and it give you like at least an hour of use. I haven't tested yet if I can just plug it in and get a fast charge, but I don't think it has this feature, or else they would definitely mention it, but I haven't seen it on the listing yet. So here's my final verdict. For $70, this light definitely hits all the major features and specs that I would expect. In fact, it is better than other lights that in the same price brackets. With its small form factor, I won't mind just packing it in my luggage when I'm travel, even if I don't end up using it. Overall, I would say this is a good buy. So who is this tube light really for? Well, if you like to create content for social media, videos or photos, this could be the perfect light for you, especially for people that do product photography. I think the magnetic back is a super useful feature for shooting in the city, where you will find a lot of metal fans or posts, like lamp posts, that kind of things. You can just stick this on any of those surfaces, especially if you're a one-man team like me most of the time. You don't really have to rely on someone's to hold the light for you. So yeah, just stick it and start shooting. It's also great for streamers or YouTubers since they have a pretty good battery life, but you can still use them while having them plug it in with a USB-C cable, so just have it as constant power. It's good to use. Who is this tube light not for? If you need this light for bigger productions and shooting with lots of people, then this light is not really for you. Or you might need to get like a lot of them, but then at that point, you might just use a light panel or bigger lights, which I do have some videos on my channel about those as well. This tube light definitely has a lot of features, but doesn't mean you need all of them. So hopefully this video gives you some idea of what a tube light can offer, and you can see which ones check all the boxes that you need. If you are in the market for tube light right now at this very moment, then definitely check out this light. I'll add the Amazon link down in the description down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave a comment. Subscribe and share, it really encourages me to make more videos. And you can also follow my other content on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Specifically, the KK. Okay, I don't know why it got I don't know why I got muted, or stop recorded. And it is about, let's see, 1 foot long, and it has a QWERTY. There's no battery in this one. I can't show off that brightness. Oh god, let's try that again.